What is going on, baby? RDG Ricky here. And like I promised before, I wasn't going to be alone. Got the whole Goya clan with me. Got Cookie Wallace. I got the Hills Have Eyes. You already know what it is.
Right.
Tripping. I got my man, Chuck, Charlie. I'm not going to say the last name, but we all know who that is.
Yeah, we know.
Mr. Chuck.
We know.
Before we get into today's topic, guys, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Like, share. Let me know what y'all think. Got the goons with me. Ain't going to be the last time you see them. So, guys, we excited because this time of the year is here. It's almost like Christmas for football fans. You know what I mean?
Amen.
It's like you wait all this time. You wait for the whole 16 game season to go through. And all that anticipation. Your team may not be in it, but does it matter? Not really. We're watching football.
Right.
That's what we enjoy.
Right.
That's what we like to see. Now, my man Chuck, I turn it over to my man Chuck. Get it going for us, man.
All right, well, you know, I mean, I'm just gonna go right on ahead and say that I got the Chiefs as the early favorites. To me, I just feel like that offense is unstoppable. It doesn't really matter what defense you throw out there; they always find a way. You know what I mean? There's just weapons. There's too much for you. You know, there's too much for them to stop, and especially for the 49ers, that they're a zone-heavy team. When you look at the whole season as a whole, teams that had success against the Chiefs, they play man defense the whole season. You had the Tennessee Titans that played them good. The Patriots played them good. I can't remember who else exactly, right off the bat. But in order to play the Chiefs tight and play them good, you have to play man defense. We all know that San Francisco has that good defensive line, but what good does it do if he's getting the ball off quick off that zone? Quick, 5-10 yard, slants and shit like that. So we're gonna see. We're gonna find out.
My man went straight for the throat. I thought we were gonna wait till the end to get prediction, but this nigga he could have waited.
I'm getting right ahead. I'm just
Listen,
going ahead.
I got you.
All right, let's go.
Predicted.
Let's hear it then. Let's go.
All right. First of all, I want to come out and say that out of the 9 games, I've predicted 7 right. I've only got the Bills and Houston game wrong, and the Seattle and Packers game wrong.
You got a package of Girl Scout cookies in the back.
So
There you go.
I've been pretty spot on these playoffs.
They don't call me Cookie for nothing, so you tell me what you want, peanut butter or chocolate chip.
My prediction.
Dang, can we get some analysis first before we get a prediction, Joe?
I was gonna get to it.
All right, let's go. All right, sounds good. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all
just coming at my neck.
This nigga Hillbilly Jim can't even let you talk.
Right. Just because it's your show don't mean nothing.
No, you right. No cap.
All right. I got you guys. All right.
You gonna talk?
I've been waiting for about half hour now, y'all. I know y'all getting bored. Listen to her. Let's go.
Shut up. You won't even let me fucking
All right, let's go, Ugly. Let's go.
Ugly, you got some nerve.
Let's go.
You got some nerve.
Let's go. I'm booking the fun.
Stephen A. Shut the fuck up.
Let's go, nigga.
Nate Burleson had ass. All right. All right. I'm saying Niners are taking this game for one reason and one
Tell us
reason
why.
only. I'm getting there. That Niners defensive line is going to be down Mahomes' throat the entire freaking day. He's not going to have the time to throw. He's not. They're going to be at him. That offensive line, I'm telling you, is going to have trouble. They are. And if the Niners can run the ball well, like they have the past couple games, I'm not going to say they're going to dominate the game, but it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a very good game. I just think the Niners are going to come out on top.
Guys, go ahead. You guys.
I just gotta say something real quick. You know what I'm saying? Nothing, to take away from the San Fran or whatever, but Tennessee Titans was running on a whole fucking train. You know what I'm saying? You had my boy Derrick the nigga Henry running around like he was Debo against the Patriots and the unbeatable Ravens. And the Chiefs come in and they don't even let him run 100 yards. I think it's time, to take the Chiefs a little serious on the defense a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I know at first they were buns, but them boys are stepping up at the right time.
I concur with you.
And Chris Jones,
Right.
That man is nothing to play with. The Honey Badger, you already know. I don't even got to talk about it. But
I hear you on that. I concur.
I think it's gonna be more of Jimmy Garoppolo that's gonna have to win the game more
Right.
than, more than the
I agree with that.
you know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Battle.
Cookie Walls, give us your piece.
Well,
Here, Cookie.
you know, just to piggyback right on what you just said, you know, I had predicted way before the Chiefs-Tennessee game, I had predicted that the Niners were going to be representing the NFC, and obviously they are. I predicted that they were going to win the Super Bowl, but you know what? My prediction was that Tennessee was going to win the game. Right. Now this changes everything, because Kansas City's offense, they have to be the best offense right now in the NFL. And like my man Alex said,
Hold
right?
on a second.
And like my
Tell
man,
me all y'all are going for the Chiefs.
Just shut your mouth. Let my man say his piece.
and you know, here's the thing though, because here's the thing, because I'll tell you one thing right now how you can predict the game. Go from this angle. Kansas City Chiefs, they fell behind in both games, right? Yeah. But they came right back. Now, they cannot afford to do that versus the Niners. No. So if they fall behind by 2 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns against the Niners, they're not going to win the game.
That's my point.
Yeah, you're right.
They're not going to win the game. Now, in order for Kansas City to win this game, they have to take the lead. At halftime, they have to be winning that game. Now, don't get me wrong. If they're down by a touchdown, that don't mean anything, because you know what? With Mahomes and that offense.
You already seen it.
But here is the X factor, is the Chiefs' defense. Are they going to show up? Are they going to stop the run? Because remember, San Francisco has a running game. But what is going to dictate the game is making Jimmy Garoppolo win the game for them.
Yeah.
So the Niners defense obviously is gonna play a huge role, but it's all about Jimmy G. All right. So I believe that even though I have predicted, you know, the Niners, I'm conflicted. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's a tough decision.
I am conflicted. So right now, I can tell you, y'all, I still say that the Niners have a little bit of the edge. But do not take the Chiefs lightly.
No.
Right.
Because they have too many offensive weapons, and like you said, they play zone defense, okay? And who's going to cover Kelsey? Who's going to cover Hill? Who's going to have what's his name?
Hartman,
okay? And then we're not even talking about Williams off the backfield.
Watkins.
Sammy
Sammy Watkins.
Weapons
So you know that's what killed Tennessee. Look at how Tennessee's defense is
Tennessee
good.
played a great game.
Yes.
But it just shows you that freaking offense has so much talent that it doesn't matter how good of a freaking game plan.
Exactly. So this is going to be, I think to me, this is going to be an exciting Super Bowl. This is going to be a Super Bowl for the ages, I believe. It's not going to be like when my Eagles won the Super Bowl. Oh my God.
How about last year's?
I mean, yeah. Last year, oh my God, what was the final score?
I can't even remember, to be honest.
I can't even remember.
I'm a Pats fan, and I can't even remember.
But it was such a low scoring game. But the Eagles, when we faced you guys, it was like...
No defense.
It was no defense.
No defense.
It was like running up the court and jacking threes, making 3-pointers, and next thing you know, it was like 150 to 100 and what, 135, something like that score,
I think
right?
both quarterbacks almost threw for 5.
Yeah, I know, right?
Second,
But
you never said a score.
Oh, final
No,
score.
we can do that at the end. We can go around the room at the end.
But right now,
'Cause I got a score in mind.
as an honest person I am, I can't tell you, this team is going to win. All I got to say is this. My analysis is, if the Chiefs defense comes to ball out, I'm sorry, Niners, the Chiefs are going to take this game.
Rock out with the cocktail.
But if the Niners come out guns blazing, okay, and the Chiefs defense can't stop them, this game is over. Because remember, the Niners got Debo, they got Little, they got Sanders, they got so many weapons. And
three-headed monster.
Yes, they do. The running game mustard, which by the way, I believe the Eagles had him at one point.
A couple teams had him, and they let him go, man.
You know, they have such a good running game, and they're disciplined. This is a disciplined team. Now, let me tell you that the one game that I believe was it in overtime they lost to Seattle early in the year. Yeah. Seattle fans were like, oh yeah, the Niners, you know, they're not going to win the division. They're not going to, you know. Who's in the Super Bowl right now? Not Seattle, right? Exactly.
Seattle could even get past the discount double check.
Exactly.
Let's not even.
So guess who won? You know,
it's all about who's hot at the right time.
Who's hot, and
look at the Ravens.
Yes, you know you can have At times you can have the best coach. You could have the best scheme, but the players have to capitalize.
Amen.
So, but again, I cannot. I have to say that the team that comes to balls out and on defense, I say that I still say that the Niners have a really good chance, but the Chiefs.
You know, another thing
The
that
Chiefs are gonna strike.
Another thing that we're not really, I don't know if we haven't mentioned it yet, but Andy Reid is a hell of a coach.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah, he is.
with the arsenal that he's got for the Chiefs as an offense, it's kind of unfair, to be honest with you.
It's like play Madden.
And then you got Shanahan that, he's like, again,
He's another one. That's a guru.
offensive guru.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I don't know, like Cookie said, man, it's just that offense is just something serious. It doesn't really matter what defense you throw out there.
Hey, you know
They're
what?
going to score their points.
One thing that I want to bring up is, I can't remember the year right now, but it was when San Francisco played. They played Cincinnati in the Super Bowl, and that year, Boomer Esiason was the the quarterback, and then you had Icky Woods as the running back.
Icky Woods.
They were high. I mean, Icky Woods will run up and down, and he had the Icky shuffle. But guess what? Guess what? They came to the Super Bowl, and the Niners said, "I'm sorry, excuse me, but the train stops here."
Right.
And the Niners won the Super Bowl.
Got derailed.
And they put the stop. But guess what? The Chiefs, they have probably the best offense. They probably have the best show on turf since the Rams when they had Kurt Warner.
Greatest show on dirt.
So, folks, to me, I say that the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, man.
It's crazy, too, because year in and year out, when the Super Bowl comes, what is the thing that we always talk about? Defense wins championships, right?
Right.
All the time we talk
Right.
about defense wins championships, but
Right.
it's different this time.
Right.
To me, I'm a defensive guy. I love defense.
I love defense.
But for some reason, this Super Bowl feels different to me
Yeah, it
because
does.
yes, San Fran has a disgusting defense,
They do.
but it's like I said, like Mahomes. If you see his numbers against zone defense, he has been carving them motherfuckers. He's been carving them
Right.
like a pumpkin.
Right.
So you got to go out there and play man to man.
You gotta get the job done.
And just hope that your D line can get home.
You gotta get a job done because you know what? Anything and everything can look good on paper, but at the end of the day, they still have to play the game, And listen, again, I say the real reason that I'm saying right now because I said I don't even want to say who's gonna win, but I'm like, the Chiefs. But with all honesty, though, halftime is gonna play a big part because remember how Houston they had what was it? It was like 23-0, and I'm like, holy cow! But then I kept saying, the Chiefs are gonna come back, and guess what? They came back and spanked them. What does that tell you? It tells you that their offense is so high powered. You cannot. You would have to literally play man to man, and I don't even think that playing the Chiefs man to man, you can win the game.
They can.
Because
they can.
now the defensive line has to get there, but remember, Mahomes is healthy. And he can. That's what happened with Tennessee the first time they played. Mahomes, he lost his confidence because of the injury, and he still threw for like over 400 yards, right?
Yeah.
But the thing of it is he could not run because it was all psychological. This time he runs around. Listen,
You saw it.
listen. Look, it's just like Russ Wilson. When the Eagles played him. The guy is like a cat. He's got 9 lives. Just when you think you got him down, no, he runs, and then he just has such an instinct for the game, and that's what Mahomes has. Can Jimmy Garoppolo have that though? That's what I'm saying. Can you have that mentality where he doesn't run around. He's not a bad quarterback.
No.
Because you know what? He's proven, obviously, they are in the Super Bowl for a reason. So Jimmy has got something going. But I truly ask, the question for me is, Jimmy, if the game is in your hands, right? And you got the ball, say at the 20 or 15-yard line, are you going to be able to drive down the field and win this game for the Niners?
Right. Can you run that 2-minute offense and try to get that last?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like I owe you guys an explanation because you guys may be very confused looking through this land, looking through whatever you're looking through right now. You may be confused and looking what's behind us and thinking, well, what is going on? This looks like you guys are on a casting couch. It looks like y'all ready, right? It looks like y'all ready to start a porno here.
The casting
Listen, man,
couch.
it's nothing like that. It's a comfortable setup. There's nothing wrong with being a little comfortable once in a while. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I had to throw it out there because just looking at the setup, I was cracking up thinking about these fools gonna think we're in a casting session. You know what I'm saying?
Why she act like she know what the casting couch is?
Well, you know, and you know, and just wait until summer comes. You know, the castings are going to be coming from who knows. You know,
everywhere.
We could be at a ball field.
Coming from the projects near you.
Oh shit!
Street.
You know,
All right, guys. So then here's going to be my piece on this, and after this we'll wrap this up. So this is going to be a very interesting Super Bowl matchup. And I think I'm going to probably repeat a lot of what's been said, probably what you've heard elsewhere. Now, this is going to be a game, to me, that will be won at the line of scrimmage. Mm-hmm. I believe it will be won at the line of scrimmage. And you know what? You can say that about many games. But I think this game, more than any other game we've seen this year, and only because this is going to be the last game of the season, is where this is going to be huge. We all know what San Francisco is. They're a good team, a great team, with an elite defense, with an offense that can hang in there and return the favor, and can put in points when they need it to happen, right? Mm-hmm. We can all agree on that. They also are pretty much modeled almost like the Titans with a slightly better pass rush. Because they're a team that looks to run the football, control the clock, and they want to keep your quarterback on the sidelines.
Good point.
And like Alex said, they're a zone-heavy defense. Now, we know nowadays you cannot rely all that much on zone. Because the problem is the good quarterbacks, when the play breaks down, the receivers, and they're smart enough and they got the weapons, they will sit in that zone. They will find the open hole in that zone. And who are they playing against? One of the best, if not the best, offensive player when the play breaks down with improvisation. That is Patrick Kermit the Frog Mahomes.
Amen.
My man. Wait a minute. Riley Curry? My man Riley Curry.
Amen to that.
It's true, man. Listen. We can talk about anything when it comes to Pat Mahomes. His girlfriend might be a little bit annoying. Whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, she loves that. You know, his girlfriend might be annoying. He might be this. He might be that. Buffalo should have had him. A bunch of other teams pass on him. But it doesn't matter, man. The guy is a beast. He's an MVP caliber quarterback. Yeah. The guy is ridiculous. His ball skills show up on the football field. When the play breaks down, the man is like a shortstop doing the Jeter off his back foot. Across his body, making them plays that you only see him.
Baseball background.
Yeah, I mean it is, and it shines through there.
Right, and
I think, I think Patrick Mahomes just has that effect.
It just is,
because like there's just plays where you just feel like, oh, you know what I'm saying, like they got him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somehow he just scrambles out to the left.
Yes.
Makes a few guys miss. Heaves it downfield. Next thing you know, a 50-yard completion, or Tyreek just burns everyone down the field. It's just hard to stop. It really is, man. It really is.
I don't have to say anything. That's what I was going to say. Exactly right there. I was just going to say that when the play breaks down, because we know that both sides are going to be in that. Listen.
Oh yeah.
I have to say this. Both sides are going to be in that backfield all day.
All day.
You could have the best. You can have the best line. This guy. Listen. These guys, they learn. They watch tape. Their technique is so unique that you could be the best offensive line guy, and they can still get there. Not only that, or say for example, you run a scheme with the linebackers where they cross, and it's not just the linebackers, because obviously you have the offensive guys. They get confused, and next thing you got a ball on the backfield.
Right.
It's not going to be cake, but again, to piggyback right what you just said, the play breaks down, and the guy is like a shortstop. You're right. Like a second baseman, you grab the ball and you don't have to have a perfect position to throw the ball the guy out at first. He's gonna do that. So and he can run. And if you're playing zone, right? Say you're playing zone, he's gonna get some yards. But the thing of it is, imagine him running and you're coming up to tackle him, and then he pitches the ball. Remember, he'll pitch the ball too. So they're not one-dimensional.
No.
If they're running the football, and you will be in trouble if they're able to run that ball.
So here's the thing. The game can go in two ways here. So the Chiefs, like Alex said, and I have said, and I've noticed at the beginning of the year, the Chiefs had a laughable defense. I mean, very laughable to the point where I was like, this will be the reason why these guys do not make it very far in the playoffs, or they will cost them games. But you know what? They stepped up. And they went from mediocre to average to, to having a little bit above average and playing well enough to help your team out to play complementary football. So this game is going to go one or two ways. San Francisco can run the ball and they'll go off of that play action, kind of like Tennessee, man. They got the same model as Tennessee. They just executed better, and I feel like they just play at a higher level. So they're gonna look to do that. Now, what the Chiefs don't want, they don't want to get Raheem Mostert going. You want to slow that down. You don't want that to be a factor. So what they're gonna want to do is not allow him to run wild. Don't get that running game going. You as a Chiefs, you go in saying, I want Jimmy Garoppolo to beat me as a team.
Yes.
He needs to come out there and show me that he can win this game. He's gonna beat us. We're not gonna let your running backs beat us. And then on the other side of this, you got Pat Mahomes. Incredible weapons. He's a magician. Andy Reid's a magician. Listen, too many weapons to cover, especially like Alex said, that zone defense. Probably going to tear it up as long as their offensive line can block. He should have time to make it work.
Good riddance.
So anyways, what I think is going to happen is the Chiefs defense is going to show up. They're going to make more than enough plays to hold them in check. They're going to at least minimize the run. And what's going to happen is they're going to go on ahead, and the Chiefs, this might not be a blowout. I don't think this is going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a good game, and it might come down to one or two scores. But in the long run, Kermit the Frog comes with the W sipping his tea. The Kansas City Chiefs will win their Super Bowl, and I will be happy about it because it's about time Andy Reid got what he deserves. I think he's coached his ass off, and he's just come short, unfortunately. He had great teams in the past. He had great teams with the Chiefs, but he had a quarterback that lacked the it factor that made it go better. And I just think they make it happen now. Guys, now we're going to go around the room here real quick, and we'll give your score predictions. Alex, go ahead. Give them what they want.
I'm going to go with a final score of 31-21 Chiefs. And I just feel like at the end of the day, Pat Mahomes just make the plays that he needs to make. And I just feel like maybe one turnover in a game kind of makes a difference.
All right, go ahead, Cookie.
I want to say that whoever wins this game is probably going to be like no more than by a touchdown. I've said, before that, that my prediction before the Chiefs came into the picture, it was the Niners. I say that I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I've changed my mind only because I see what the Chiefs defense did to Derrick Henry and Tennessee Titans. So I say the Chiefs by 6 points, make up a score. It could be 37-28 or 29, I'm sorry.
Right.
I got the coronavirus. I can't help
Give
it.
your prediction.
Right.
Your turn.
Come on, Chan Gailey.
All right. Well, I already said I got the 49ers. I think it's gonna be a high-scoring game, 34-30.
There you go.
All right, palm hit. So what I think is going to happen here is it's going to be a close game, and I think it's going to end up being a 24-17 victory by the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to be Super Bowl champs. Guys, thanks for listening on here. Do me the favor, hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, all that hot jazz. We'll see y'all later. Appreciate y'all.